Hello, this is Snugglefairy, and today I'm gonna show you Ka-50 capabilities against a very hard SAM site. I've got some targets set up in the field, and I'm gonna show you what they are. So I got S300 site set up, and I've got a lot of stuff covering it. I got two T80 tanks. I've got two BMPs, BMP2s by the looks of it. BMP3s. I've got two Strelas. I've got two Zu-23s on trucks. I've got two Tors. I've got two Tunguskas somewhere. There's one. I've got two Shilkas. And I've got some trucks, some infantry, including a manpad. And that looks like it. This is a very hard site for anybody in DCS, for any sort of aircraft. You need quite a few people, you need some advanced tactics to take it out. Unless you're a Ka-50. I'll show you an easy way to take it out. Ka-50 can take any targets in DCS, represented in DCS. And yeah, it's fairly easy to do, and I'll show you how to do it. So I'm just gonna take off and head towards the targets. Obviously I've got some radar guided SAM systems in there, and they have insane range, a lot more than I do, and the trick against them is that they will not fire at anything below 15 meters. I would stay below 10 meters to stay safe, on the safer side. But they shouldn't fire anything below at anything below 15 meters. That's their Doppler filter. If you're below 15 meters, you're considered to be a ground target. So no SAM systems that I've tested in DCS will fire on you. It doesn't matter, radar guided, heat seeking, no SAM system fires at you. So apart from radar guided SAMs, the biggest threat that's in there would be the Tunguskas. Tunguskas have 8 kilometer electro-optical guided missiles, and you have 7.5 kilometer Vickers, so it outranges you. And also it's electro-optical guided, meaning flares won't work against it, and you will not get any sort of warning that the missile is coming at you. As well, if I'm not mistaken, it's smokeless, so you won't see it coming either. So first I'll focus on taking down Tunguskas, and then we'll work from there. Right now I gotta get into a position where I can see the targets. I obviously have to stay low, so it kind of limits my visibility, but once I find a spot where I can see them and stay below the target altitude, it should be easy picking. Yeah, the site is just over there. We see it from here. I'm gonna turn towards it. I'm gonna try to find a spot where I can stay low and see the targets. Some power lines that I have to avoid. Getting a little high. Gotta drop some altitude. Gonna try to set up the hover right here and see if I can engage from here. The biggest threat after Tunguskas would be actually the BMPs and the tanks. They have laser guided ATGMs that will knock me out of the sky. They have a 4 kilometer range, so when I engage them I have to stay between 7 kilometers and 4 kilometers so they don't blow me up. So there's the S300 side, the radar is spinning, so it's all active, it's all ready to kill me. So now I gotta find the Tunguskas or the I can also engage the tanks if I see them, but the tanks are just under the terrain here from my perspective. Okay, so let's see if I can adjust the brightness a little bit so I can figure out what sort of targets we got. Okay, this is S300. This, I think, spinning dish is might be Tunguska actually. I know this is. There's a tree in the way. I need to trim it a little better. Okay, now the other pilot should hold. Hopefully. I know this is Tor, as well as that one is Tor. This looks like a Shilka. Okay, I'm actually 7.7 kilometers. This is a little far. I'm gonna come closer. Maybe I can engage from that tree line over there. There's no need to go fast anymore. I just gotta make sure I stay below the target altitude so I don't get engaged. Okay, let's park up here and see if I can engage anything. Yeah, it looks like Tunguska back there, but there's a truck in the way, so I'll try to sneak a Vicar past it. Rifle. I hit the Ural truck. See if a Vicar flies past it now. I always have a limited amount of Vicars, so I have to make sure I use them on the right targets and use my other weapons on the targets that I can use them on. Tunguska has a 4 kilometer AAA range, so it will kill me. Like my cannon has a 4 kilometer range as well. There's another Tunguska driving by right now actually. I'm gonna fire on that as well, rifle. Has a 4 kilometer AAA, so it will shred me. I can't get into cannon range. My cannon range is 4 kilometers as well. Second Tunguska down. Both Tunguskas are dead. I'm gonna engage the BMPs and see if I can find the tanks as well. Rifle. One BMP down, second one is moving. Rifle. Oh, something happened to my laser guidance. Seems to be still guiding. Yeah, it's a hit. So we got two tanks there somewhere, but I don't see them. They might be behind the terrain. Oh, there's one, I think, poking up. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, I just see their turrets. Okay, I'm gonna vicar them. Rifle. Yeah, that's a hit. Now the other tank is driving, and it's driving under the terrain, so that's not ideal. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to hit. I'm gonna have to reposition for that one. Or maybe I can just come up a little bit. See if I can come up a little bit and I'll get launched at. 9 meters, maybe 10. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I can see it from here. Rifle. And that's a check. Technically, I don't think I need my Vickers for anything else here. Everything else can die to my cannon or rockets, so I'm gonna come up closer and see if I can use my cannon. Now there are some Shilkas there which have 3 kilometer AAA range, as well as one Zu-23, 3 kilometers as well. So I gotta stay between the 4 kilometers and 3 kilometers to use my cannon on those, and those will be the next priority target, I believe. Unless I gotta get something else out of the way. Okay, I'm about 4 kilometers from the center, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna come up a little bit, so I can see a little better. Yeah, they should be good. Okay, let's see. I gotta get those Shilkas out of the way. There's one back there, I believe. Just exactly 4 kilometers. I could use my cannon on them. Okay, this is a Tor. I could use my cannon on them, and I would use AP rounds against them. They are fairly well armored. But since I have Vickers, I think I'm gonna fire a couple of Vickers at them, just to be on the safer side. There's another one. Yeah. Rifle. Still have... I'll have 3 Vickers left after. Rifle. And Shilkas are dead. So now I gotta get rid of those AAAs. I'm gonna come a little closer and use my high explosive rounds. I'm gonna use slow rate of fire. Oh, missile launch on me. Yeah, if they will launch on you, but if you go below 10 meters, the missiles will lose track or just go into the ground and just explode straight up. So just keep an eye on it and you should be fine. But that shows you again that the site is active. They will fire on you if you fuck it up. Z-23 is on fire. Where's the other one? Ah, the other one I already blew up, that's right. With the Vicar, by mistake. Okay, so next up would be the Strelas and the manpads and Tors. Strela can just use a high explosive cannon. Oh, hit S-300 there. Keep hitting S-300. It's just such a huge target, that's why I'm hitting it. Actually can come in a little closer. There are no more AAAs that can harm me, so I can come pretty close without any harm. There's just infantry there, but they just have 1 kilometer range if I'm not mistaken, so I'm not too scared of them. A Tor nearby, might as well engage that. 140 rounds left, still doing well. Ranging got screwed up there for a second. Okay, I think the Tor is on fire. Where's the other one? That's the one back there, yeah. Okay, now get rid of the manpad. radar guided SAMs, they have a minimum engagement range, so once you get close enough, it doesn't matter what sort of altitude you're at, they won't fire on you. Manpad is down. I think it's smooth sailing for me now. It's just 3 S300 sights, if I didn't miss anything. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for during my approach, make sure nothing is firing on me. Fired at me. Oh, one of the Strellas, I'm pretty sure. Still a Strela there. So I still gotta stay below the altitude. Still firing at me. Piss off. What the hell? So AAA there? Is the Strela? That should do it. It's on fire. Infantry. See if I can use some rockets on them. Seems to be fairly effective. Yeah, it's 300 launchers. I think that's all I got for rockets. Yep. Just mop up the rest of the cannon. And I'm good. Is there anything else? Oh, looks like a radar dish. And the truck. Come on. One launcher. Only see dead people. So looks like we're good. RTB, mission complete.